Ding, 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 ding. Thank you guys so much for joining me for round 2. Latto, get your ass in the motherfucking ring right now because we about to go at it, okay? This is part 2. If you did not see part 1, go on my channel on the Fem Rap Politics playlist. So, hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Destiny, and today we are going through all things female rap politics. Today we're talking about Nicki and Latto, and we are going to address Nicki's response to Latto. So make sure that you guys like the video and stay to the end, most importantly, because that's where I'm going to cover what Nicki said. But if you did not know, part 1 of my video covered Latto's interview with XXL magazine, where she talked about her regret with beefs in the industry. So I wanted to do this part 2 because, girl, I did not say everything I had to say in part 1. Pause this, go to part 1, come back and play this if you didn't already. So yeah, please like the video, subscribe to the channel with your notifications on, save this playlist to y'all library, and let's get into some things. I want to address the foundations of this issue between Latto and Nicki Minaj. Even though their beef like exploded with a Twitter spat, we need to remember that Nicki was coming at the Grammys for miscategorizing her song Super Freaky Girl in, I think it was the rap category when it should have been in the pop category, okay? And she used Big Energy as an example. So the real debate is Super Freaky Girl a rap song or not for the Grammys category? All Nicki did was say, if you're gonna treat Big Energy as pop or rap, Super Freaky Girl needs the same treatment. It's only fair. And oh my God, this is my first time talking to YouTube about this. And I just want to know how y'all felt in that moment when Nicki went on live and said Big Energy. I just knew something was going to pop off because I knew that Latto been fake, been fake, been fake, you know? So when Nicki said Big Energy, I knew it was about to go down. I literally went live and said, I'm going to give Latto an hour to respond. I don't even know if it took an hour. The thing is, though, that Nicki said nothing wrong. She said the same thing that everyone else was saying. Big Energy and SFG had the same producers. Nicki said it herself, Dr. Luke, no shade. She also, and Nicki, in her like plight to the Grammys, she also mentioned Drake and Hotline Bling, you know? And so you can't even say that she was trying to single out Latto and use her as the only example because Nicki was jealous of her, you know? So it's just like, Drake spoke out when he won the Grammy for Hotline Bling, and also Adele spoke out and said, yo, this really belongs to Beyonce when she won her Grammy, you know? And so that's all that Nicki was really trying to do. But you know what, Latto? If you are a real Barb, you know that Nicki was fighting for the girls that never thought they could win. She was speaking out against the Grammy so that you can continue to make pop rap records and not have to fight for recognition or a fair chance at these industry institutions like publications and award shows, like she had to fight against the criticism of starships. And that's really the main lesson here, right? Once Latto started getting mainstream recognition, because I ain't follow her before that, I ain't know about this girl. She mentioned Nicki in every interview, right? As her dream collab. So here Nicki says, this Karen has probably mentioned my name in over 100 interviews, says she waited in line for Pink Friday with her Barbie chain on, bangs, pink hair, but today, Scratch Off decides to be silent. Rather than to speak up for the Black woman she called her biggest inspiration. This is a DM from Latto to Nicki saying, I agree with you, however, because of where we left off, I don't think you need to bring my name or song up to prove your point. Now here Nicki said back to her, you showed me too much genuine love for what? Because Latto was like, I've shown you too much genuine love, da da da. So Nicki's like, you showed me too much genuine love for what? To be exempt from something? I could say the same thing, but would you or Bigfoot care? No. Now, okay, real quick, who y'all think Nicki was talking about regarding Bigfoot? I personally, like, it was like some tension as well during this time between her and Santana. I personally didn't really think about Meg, and if Nicki was trying to insert someone else into the situation, I was like, I wouldn't agree with that, you know? But see, this is where Latto has her shortcomings, is because like you are so immature that you couldn't put what was going on personally aside, you know, for a conversation. You in Nicki's DMs talking about I agree with you, but on the outside, you have a problem. You was blowing up Nicki's inbox, okay? You was blowing up Nicki's inbox. You sent her 6 songs and she ain't even bite on not one of them. Lotto is even worse than Megan because by her actions, you can tell that her agenda was always to use Nicki Minaj to further her career, whether it went our way, as in she got a feature or they beefed, and Lotto was going to blow it up either way and make a big deal out of it. And I'm not saying this to silence her as she's the one with the least power in the situation. I could understand where she was coming from mentally, feeling like you're working so hard in the industry, trying to achieve big goals at the height of your career, but it's not going the way you wanted with your idol. But nah, I try to give her the benefit of the doubt because remember, just a couple months prior, in September of 2022, Lotto showed up to the VMAs saying that it was her first time seeing Nicki live in person and that she was fangirling. Yet I saw the videos behind the scenes of her at the VMAs, sitting down with her sister looking like a Maddie while Nicki was performing while everyone else in that arena was standing up. The night of that Twitter spat, Lotto revealed that she felt that Nicki was shading her since March 22, while this incident didn't happen until about October 2022. So you were harboring these feelings and false notions that she was shading you for what, 7 months? Girl, and she was disrespectful when trying to address Nicki in the DMs about it, talking about what's up. Girl, who's you talking to? This video wasn't really to relive those moments because her interview with XSL is a public reflection of her actions and shortcomings as a human and an artist. If Lana was mature, despite whatever disagreements her and Nicki were allegedly having, she could have understood that Nicki Minaj was advocating for hip hop artists who are trying to cross over into the mainstream. And so Nicki brought out a great point in this live that she did a couple months prior to this Twitter spat happening, where she talked about, we all know that Nicki looks up to Foxy Brown and they have a relationship. And Nicki's like, yo, me and Foxy Brown haven't always been on the best of terms. We would be going back and forth via text, but I would never speak publicly on that. Nicki has included Foxy Brown on her album. We all know that Lil Wayne is Nicki Minaj's mentor. And Nicki even mentioned how, like, we didn't even know that Wayne kicked her out of Young Money. That is not something she would speak on because Nicki understands. Like she said, if I had gotten into an argument with Lil Wayne, with Dwayne Carter, I'm sorry, when Lil Wayne has an accomplishment, I'm still gonna post for him to celebrate Lil Wayne, even if Onika and Dwayne Carter aren't getting along. And that is the real big issue here. And I believe that that is why Lotto is having so much regret, because now looking back, she understands that she needed to separate in that moment between business and personal. And also her song Lottery that went absolutely nowhere. That would have been another potential for your Grammy nomination, or not even that, but just to cross over into the mainstream pop. You ain't went nowhere. And that thing tanked even faster than Put It on the Floor again. Let's be clear that when Nicki went live to address the Grammys, she also said that her stance in that, you know, even though she used Big Energy as an example, her stance didn't mean that she did not think that the song was bad, and she didn't think that the Lotto was bad or any female rapper was bad. She was just speaking politics, which is what the Grammy is, you know. And that's for y'all overly sensitive people out there. But here's the most important point. If you're still listening, you're real as fuck. So please subscribe and like the video, child, please. The ultimate reason that Lotto will never come back from her beef with Nicki Minaj, here it is. This is what Lotto said to Nicki that night. Been subbing. Super freaky girl grandma is married and related to our words. You ain't gonna bully me, B. My idol turned rival, now you hating. She said, I'll die on this hill by myself. Everybody ain't lying on you. We see the pattern. B, for real. And she's still on that hill or not? The ultimate reason Lotto will never come back from her beef with Nicki Minaj is because she crossed the line by mentioning Nicki's family for no reason. Beef in hip hop is expected, but you girls will always lose when you start bringing up her family. Why? Because you have nothing else on her. You may think that Nicki Minaj is a mean person or a bitch, but with the amount of hate that she gets from the industry, if someone really had some stuff on her with receipts, they would have put it out already. Don't you think they but you know why they didn't though? They be mad because Nicki makes her music, gets millions, and goes the fuck home. She don't do fake industry parties and relationships, and she been told y'all that since All Things Go off the print album. And even when she shut Lotto down in the DM, it would never work for you. It's never going to benefit you, you know? she told Latto that like it'll work itself out. She never said I would never give you a feature. She said I'm waiting for the right song. That's not what she said, but that's what she was really trying to say. You know, they were working on their respective albums, and Nicki but yeah, like, so back to the point, once you disrespect someone's family or personal life, there's no coming back for that, especially in the public eye. And y'all know the narrative that was going around about Nicki and her marriage. Latto, you went so low for no reason, and you weren't worried about the accusations against Kenneth Petty when you sent 6 songs to Nicki and her label, hoping for for a collab. So why does it matter now? You drew the thickest line in the sand and said you were willing to die on that hill, and now we see you dying. Fast forward to 2023, Latto hopped up her flop single Lottery, and I actually thought it was a more genuine attempt at a crossover record than Big Energy. But alleging drug use and substance abuse that Nicki Minaj has never claimed is just over the top. Oh, and girl, did I mention the phone call? Yes, I did mention that in part one. But girl, let's be clear that that phone call didn't prove nothing. And you showed everybody in the industry why you should not be trusted because you can't handle private conversations. But that really showed that you never trusted Nicki Minaj. Even if you looked up to her, you never trusted her. And you knew that what you were going to do with that recording, you knew that you were going to release it one day. Child, she also alleged that Nicki got ghostwriters because both of them work with the same writers. Girl, you just told on yourself, but we all know that that's not true. We all know, like, I'm not even gonna like even address that here because we all know what it is when it comes to Nicki Minaj, for real, for real. So yeah, but let's see if you made it to the end. Type regret in these comments for this mixed Karen over here, girl, because see, I have so much smoke for her. I could keep going, but I'm not, I'm gonna keep it cute because I said what I had to say, and we all know why she's a fraud. And we know that like Nicki is not a innocent person either. And there's things that she couldn't have said or whatever, but I feel like Lotto messed up so many times in this situation, and it's a type of messing up that she can't come back from. Okay, so if you made it to the end of the video, please comment. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you disagree with, what you agree with. Make sure you go look at part one. Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't even address what Nicki said. Nicki posted on her story the other day talking about if you had the opportunity to apologize and didn't take it, always remember you had the opportunity of a lifetime. And Nicki used those exact same words when she was on live addressing the situation. Hold on, sit with me for another 2 minutes because see, I posted this on my community tab and some of y'all was in the comments talking about it don't always have to be drama. It don't always have to be drama. But once I started in preparation for this video, I went back and listened to several lives on Instagram and AMP where Nicki was telling us about this situation with Latto, and we had no idea that they were even going through something behind the scenes. But and so that's why I want to bring that here because y'all will be like, Nicki not talking about nothing. Nicki not shitting no way. Nicki not shitting nobody. And when you look back a year from now and you look at this, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I was playing. Nicki was clearly talking about her because Nicki could be talking about anybody. First of all, she also could be talking about Cardi or Meg because all of these owe her an apology. But why now? Why post it now when Latto interview just dropped several days ago? Nicki is not going to respond the night of because that would have blew up the internet and told everybody what she was addressing. She waits a couple days after and then she says what she has to say. And it's up to you to draw the connection. So are you drawing the connection or are you going to sit there and look like a Maddie just because you want to, like seem like you innocent or something? So yeah, once again, if you made it to this part of the video, I want you to type let's see, benefit Latto because it ain't going to benefit you. When it showed you 2023 showed you that going against the queen would not benefit you. Once again, going against the queen would not benefit you. So yeah, please like the video, add the Fem Rap Politics playlist to your library, and please subscribe to the channel. I'm so grateful that you guys stayed around to the end, and I will catch you in the next video.